up to the moon depending on how much you can bring into it. Then it becomes a funnel problem, and then you can start pushing a lot of products to that for the weekly.
Okay, so I want to take a slight switch now. And what I want to go through is like how we actually do listing of products for our customers now.
Perfect.
This is cool. Like, so this is one of the questions that's been coming up every single day to me is like, hey, if I get started with you guys, how do I actually do this, right?
Yep.
And so I think you brought some shoes today, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
let's do those. All right. So here's typically what happens when somebody comes to us and says like, hey, I want to list online with you guys.
Yep.
They ask me all the stuff they need to send to me. I was like, look, the only thing you need to do is through our form, send us the shoebox. So the shoebox is basically send us this little SKU right here, right? That's coming up. So send us this. If you want, you can send us like the condition of the box and stuff too, like a photo like this. That's all great. Then basically what we need are images of the shoe. These are awesome shoes right here.
Thank you.
Okay, so typically what we're looking for on a shoe is at the bottom. There's usually stuff at the bottom like the size and everything, and the brand. And then on the inside label over here, this one doesn't have it, but a lot of shoes will have on the inside label, they'll have like a tag right here, right?
Yep.
If you don't have it there, it's going to be at the bottom. And so if you just send us the bottom, that's good enough.
It's a 44 Taft brand. Yep.
Perfect. That's all we need, right? So either like basically you need that information. So it's either on the bottom or it's going to be on the inside. So do those. And then honestly, after that, send us like 8 photos that are going to be used to list on eBay.
Yep.
So it's like most people will send us photos that are like kind of like this. Like basically you want to show the condition of the shoe properly. That way when your customer buys it, they're not like, oh shit, there's a scratch I couldn't see in the image.
Exactly. You want the default photo and then take a photos around it. So default photo first one, and then you want like side photos, then every other condition, you'll be golden. If you guys resold, you guys know exactly what to do.
But it's like imagine how easy that is, right? All you did was now you went and bought these shoes, literally took 8 photos and uploaded them, and that's it, right? You're done. And so based off of these photos, here's what we can do. We can actually then take these images, find all the information for these shoes, list them online for you, and we can even like price them out and put them in, publish them on eBay.
Exactly, and cross-list them as well.
Cross-list them as well, right? Yeah, and so like, so right now, like with our customers, what happens is they take the shoe, right? They send us the images, like they upload it, and they go to sleep, whatever, you know. By the time they wake up, this thing's listed on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and sometimes it's even sold by the time they wake up.
That's the kicker, right? Like this now, like so we were doing when we were selling on eBay, we could do between 8 and 10 listings, complete listings, an hour. Right. And
so now imagine that, like, you don't have to worry about it. Just take the photo and send it over to us. Like by the time you wake up, like this is listed on all the sites you want, right? Like I mean, we even do like Facebook Marketplace, Let's Go. It's listed everywhere, right? How simple is that?
Yeah, it takes what, a minute tops, and you're
8 photos, right? Once you know what photos to take, it takes a minute to take these photos.
Yep. So very fast and efficiently, it saves you guys time, and it decreases that time as much as possible. That's why we have such great results with people, because they understand how much time suck this is and how fast we can do it.
Yeah, and we don't actually need, you know, any like I was like say, like people ask me what other information do you need, whatever. I was like, look. Send us the images, that's it. If for some reason we need to contact you back to for more information, we will do that. But generally, we don't need anything else.
Super simple. Again, other than like maybe one random thing if there's no like no information.
Let's say like it's like a used shoe and the bottom is like not visible, then we'll ask you like, hey, can you actually see outside the images what's there? But generally like that's all usually we need. So you know, I know a lot of people that are like doing reselling. They do this as like a part-time thing after their jobs. They come back home. So, you know, instead of spending 2 a.m. till 2 a.m. listening to stuff, you can just basically send us the image. And by the time you wake up, this will be done.
So next we're going to go with one of the like electronic product. Again, we can do this with anything, right?
Literally anything.
Anything that you guys sell online that have sold before in the past or want to sell, we can help you guys out with all this, how to list it and cross it. It's the same exact feature, right? So the first photo is going to be, you want to make sure that the brand and model, the brand's there, and the model. So this one is Pet Safe, it's 600 yard. You can also take on the bottom here, there's another way to check the model, but either or is good. And then just a few more photos around the box, make sure it's in good condition. And if it's a used product, same thing, brand, model, and then photos of the used product, and it makes it super easy.
Yeah, and so like if the box is open, just make sure it's visible that the box has been open or whatever. But something like this is a packed box. Just take a photo like all around, all sides and the bottom. Good to go, and that's it. I mean, like literally, you just upload that, and by the time like you know you check your eBay account again or Amazon account again, this is gonna be posted for you. It's done. Right. That's how simple this is. Right. It's just like you don't have to actually spend any time doing the listing anymore. You're just like, hey, I sent you a photo, done.
Yep.
We can't automate the photo process yet.
Yeah, I know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
You know, I got one last thing I'll show here, right? So a T-shirt, right? Like, so let's say a lot of people are selling at Poshmark. All you know, here, right? All you need is take that label here and send a photo of that. That's it, right? If you don't have the label, they'll have like on the inside, they'll have information here. So just do that. Send us other images of like, you know, that way your customer get a feel for all the like what the product looks like.
Yep.
And then just that's it, done.
Yeah. Simple.
Simple. And so like basically what happens then is like our customers, right? Their process for listing stuff is like just cut down. So like a lot of people are like out there acquiring like 50 shoes a day or something, right? And like, you know, look, instead of like then listing all these, you just acquire like additional 25 t-shirts, start selling all that.
Yep.
And all you need to do is just send us the photos. That's it.
It takes care of that main suck and the time suck for eBay and listing in general. It's going to be listing and crossing. It takes all the time out. Why not find more products and actually make more money instead of spending all that time doing listing and photoing?
And I mean, you know, like we have customers that are so hardworking. I love them. They work so hard. Like one guy I know, like he wakes up every day at 3 a.m. and works from 3 a.m. to like 2 p.m. And the reason he does that is because he's like, this is when I find the best deals at 3 a.m. because he does what you do. Yeah. He buys stuff on eBay, sells on Amazon. Yep. And he's like, at 3 a.m. is when I find the best stuff online. And then when he's thrifting, like he's like, hey, I want to be the first one out in the market. And so I like, whenever Goodwill, all these places open up, I'm the first person there. Yep. Right? Like imagine how rigid you have to be, regimented you have to be. And this is like in a good way, right? That he's waking up and going out at 3 a.m. and getting his work on, right?
A lot of effort. Right? Holy yeah.
And like that screws up your nightlife and stuff. Like if you're like, you know, sleeping in early, you can't go out Friday nights. Yep. But I mean, like kudos to him, right? He's doing an awesome job. But he was spending a lot of time listing. So what we did was like we said, hey, dude, just start sending us the photos. We'll do it for you. Now he's got more time free to actually either source more product or just relax at that end of the day.
Is that 0 hour work week? That's what we're shooting for, right?
Yeah. Like, exactly. Like it's like
easy.
Now look at all the repetitive stuff you're doing and get rid of it so you can scale up, right?
Again, we talk about this all the time. Like, what is the most time-consuming part? Get rid of that. That's the first thing you get rid of instantly, so you can actually scale.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, the one thing you can't do in this business is like, if you're buying online, you can even outsource that piece, right? Like you use RVA to actually do like sourcing for you. The one thing you can't do is, or it's really tough to do, is find people to buy stuff for you. Yep. I've heard some people are still doing that. Like they have other people going thrifting for them. Yep. And these guys are just applying the money for buying the stuff, right?
And you can always there's a bunch of auction sites online that you can buy cheap and sell it on eBay or on Poshmark and other those things, right? You just got to figure out what platform works for you and buy off that platform, ship it to you, do the photos, send them into us, and then we'll do all the rest of the work for you.
No, exactly. So I think, you know, I guess these are all the things I really had for today. Do you have any other topics you want to go over?
I think that's the main thing, man. Like other than that, like how's your last work? How's your last week been? Other than
I was in Florida to see my parents. You know, I was a little bit kind of laying low. It's been good, man. I think since we released the last video, there's been a ton of people that have been asking us questions. Yeah. And the main thing I wanted to kind of the reason we did this on the video too is because people keep on asking, how do you actually list my products? What's required from me? And what I want to show is literally all you have to do is just take photos, and that's it. You're done.
Like nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Like simple. Let's. We're trying to make this. The goal is to make this as easy as possible for you guys. Let us do all the back-breaking work and actually all the hard work, and make you guys be able to scale that thing as fast as possible. Right.
So next week, you know, I'm thinking about maybe we should have like one of our customers on the call. Yep. Actually have them like call in, talk through stuff, and then there's a couple other questions that keep getting asked. Is like, how to set permissions for VA, all this. So we'll start posting this for people to see as well. Yep.
Again, we're trying to make this best and as easy as possible for you guys. So you can really
also, if you guys have any questions, list them out. Like, you know, comment on the YouTube video. Yep. Hit us up. Hit up Amy directly. We'll make sure we answer your questions too.
Again, there is a wait list, so contact Amy as soon as possible because like it's gonna take some time to get you guys on. We have a lot of people that are interested in this, so please contact Amy if you want to jump on this. Be the first one on there because then we can get to you as quick as possible.
And the one thing I'll add is it also takes us time to ramp up people because we were trying to understand their exact needs. Yep. People have different nuances, how they do different things. So like typically what will happen is like you hit up Amy or sign up on that form from hammockdata.com. We'll have a call with somebody from our team, and then we'll after that set you up. So that does take some time. So, you know, and that also creates a backlist for us.
Yep, exactly. So please get on that list if you want. If you want to join us with this, and you want to jump on this train, again, either hit up Amy or go to hammockdata.com and sign up that form, because again, the wait list is going to be increasing.
And one thing we forgot to actually talk about: eBay to Poshmark 0 minutes. The reason I have that up there is yeah. So like we talked about it slightly is so we started doing this with our customers, right? And said like, hey, how much time do you spend cross-listing using just manually or using a VA or even using some plugins, right?
Yep.
They still end up spending quite a bit of time,
Long
right?
time.
So like this is how easy this process is, right? What you do is imagine you took a photo of here. You took a photo of this shoe, right? The pair of shoes, you took a photo, and then you basically went to sleep, and then you woke up. This was listed on eBay and is also listed on Poshmark for you, right? If you already have listed in Poshmark, basically you don't even need to do anything. Like you give us the okay to cross list it, we'll just list it, and you can say like, hey, I don't want to do like these types of shoes, or I don't want to do this category. All fine, right?
Yep.
But as soon as you get the okay, literally like you put it on eBay and then boom, done, right?
So you guys,
0 minutes spent.
You guys literally do two things. One, take a photo.
Yeah.
Two, pack and ship. That's all you guys got to do now.
Yeah, 100%, right? Pack and ship, and like you said, take photo. That's it, done.
Yeah.
Right. How easy is that? Like, and as a side hustle business, or even as your main business, you get rid of all like the stupid stuff that you have to do every day, and you're just like, look, I'm going to focus on sourcing or getting my product, and just shipping it out. All the middle stuff, that's like, honestly, just the fluff in the middle that I have to do is kind of taken care of. That's
the most headache too. I know resellers out there know like no one. People have death piles for a reason, because no one actually wants to list. Listing is the worst. People like shopping.
Yeah.
People like shopping, and they like the money because when they send stuff in, they like them. They like the money, but it's the death piles that are killer.
Dude, like, hey, what we have is like a lot of our customers. They'll say like, yo, bro, I went and bought like 500 shoes, and I don't have them listed, so this is just sitting right, and that's money from your bank account that's sitting in your living room floor.
Yeah.
Right? And or if you have a warehouse, like it's sitting in your warehouse, you're paying all the warehouse costs, everything else. Honestly, so like that's what we get rid of, is that the debt pile out there.
Again, when the more things you push onto these platforms, the more money you're gonna make. They do all the rest of the work. And again, we'll talk about the cross-listing. Cross-listing makes it so that Google is literally putting your items on. Like you're the first listings on Google, because all these guys are putting it up.
Hey, I mean, go online on hammockdata.com. There's a very good blog on there. Like it has, like the blog actually talks about cross listing, why you should cross list, whether it's with us or on your own with another VA, it doesn't matter. But you should just check that out to see why cross listing is actually very beneficial.
You hit on top of it. Even if it's not with us, or if you want to do your own, you guys have to be cross listing now.
Yeah.
Like the game has changed. It's not just only eBay is the platform. Y'all need to be on all these platforms ASAP to start making more money.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a lot of ways you can look at it, but honestly, when it comes down to the end, it's like, if you list on eBay, you're only selling on eBay. If you list on 3 sites, you're listing on 3 sites. If you list on 5 sites, you're selling on 5 sites now. You're going to start seeing your product sell a lot faster. Be a little bit patient, because it's not like you list it today, it's going to all of a sudden sell right away. But when you list, let's say 20, 30, 100 products on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Let's Go, you're going to start seeing your product churn a lot faster, and you're going to make a lot more money.
Exactly. We already went through the numbers on how, like, if you sell things faster rather than have a bigger margin, you create a lot more revenue for you guys. So you guys need to make sure that you watch that video. It's on one of the other videos we have on our site.
Cool, awesome, man. I'm so excited about this. Every time we try to end the conversation, we start something new. But I think that's it for today.
Yeah, again, hit up Amy or go to hammockdata.com, fill up those forms. Hit us that like button if you guys like this. Again, being very, very helpful for us. Man, get on that form before somebody else does, because somebody else is going to take your spot on the wait list.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, and see you soon again.
Gotcha. Bye.